It's 169. Yeah, height
I'm slightly taller.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's what I'm
The
saying.
margins of what makes a person short or tall are so slim.
Yeah.
Are so slim. I'm 175.
Is it? And I'm not selling on again.
Stig is tall. Yeah. And
175.
I wanna see that guy there, yo. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure.
I want a sense of relief, Woody. And then I with the show, yes, Untold, we used to meet a lot of like comedians, famous people there. Nyabona ukuthi hayi baba. Anginankinga kahle kahle. We generally short as South Africans.
Wait, no, we're a short country.
Yeah, sibafishane man. And
You're running a World Cup.
yeah.
You're running a World Cup. We fucking midgets here.
Yeah.
Maybe a problem would be choosing a partner. Maybe kubanzima because abogel uyazivela bazishaye. That is the story. Maybe I'll think that. But you also no cherry. You have your own girlfriend. Grand. No, I don't see what maybe.
Yeah, in the dating world, I don't think I have a much of a problem because so
Everything's good to go.
that's not a problem. Yeah,
Let's rock.
Sound is good. You ready to go?
whenever you're ready.
All right, Shoba Fetu, welcome to another episode of It Is What It Is. It's your boy Chigichiane.
We've got
Stig.
Stig.
S-T-I-G. It's one of those names that are super simple, but Samadu will always mess it up for no reason. Stig.
Stig. Are
He's
you
not even trying.
Yeah.
This point he's not even trying.
yeah.
Are you like an amazing driver? Because I'm thinking of
That's
the
hilarious.
Stig.
That's hilarious. You know what's the frustrating thing about that? I've been Stig since 2001. Top Giala in the country came in 2003.
Oh, so you're the original Stig.
I'm the original Stig.
Yeah.
And a cutting Toli Motongasikdal.
Yeah, and also we have
Also Buffet too.
Lava.
Not Mr. Lava Lava.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's amazing.
Just Lover Boy now. Lover Boy Zane, Lover Boy Soap. And yeah. And I think we told you about the context, why we decided to leave the Mr. Lava Lava part.
Because you don't get mixed up with love more. But it's learn more.
It's Ubanu Shaggy in my case.
Oh, Mr.
Shaggy.
Lava Lava.
Yeah, Angel.
Shaggy, the singer.
Mr. Lava Lava.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't want him to izinto mazingasamvayeli sharp da azwakala this guy coined my term and
That's hilarious.
and I know we have spoken about this for a couple of episodes now, but you know, going into
Stig yabona shoot na ngimele ayolanda.
In pounds as well.
Yeah.
In pounds.
yeah.
So the lady, sorry, you were about to say, Jam.
Yeah. So when we spoke about it, Jiggy, last weekend, I didn't have context, yabona, about this whole thing, Galibu M and whatnot, yabona. I got to watch a bit of like the episode with Ulebi M, yabona.
Yeah.
And basically, I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm sorry, guys. I like.
My vacation.
Living nice.
Oh.
Living nice,
Lava
my
lava.
boy.
Doing
Mr.
what he
Lava
does
Lava.
best.
Hey, I was doing lovely things, dog. Yeah.
Nah, but how was it? You're the I didn't see vacation.
It was great, dog. It was
glowing.
cool.
I wanna
You glow, yes.
Hey, man, guys, I've always glowed, guys. Nothing.
what about you?
Your eyes look bright, my boy.
Your face.
Maybe
Look easy like that. Plus,
maybe
they got poster some chicks, la payada, rainbow,
Aiwe.
things like that.
no, but
Relax.
that is not what made me glow. I can't glow because of other women's butts, right?
No, that's the
That's about to
nature.
get away.
It's enjoying nature, God's design.
Probably that, but I just wouldn't put it like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that takes away the whole like purpose of the trip
trip.
with manje
yes.
yabona
Consciously
obviously
spending time with your
bambile
lady.
bayongixolisa mfethu umuntu bengihamba naye ube happy so maybe the
Yes.
happiness rubbed off onto me and then,
Yes.
you know.
That's true.
So it was great, gents.
As long as I be happy, I be right. Not is happy.
Yeah,
That's true. Before I with them, I'd just like to express with you. I don't appreciate the fact that I'm the only one holding the microphone like a peasant. This peasant here. I'm joking. Thank you for having me.
Nah, you are used to this already.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we
You're a
thought.
comedian. This is
my comfort zone. Honestly,
Yeah.
this is how I feel most
Yeah.
at home.
How's comedy been treating you, by the way, dog?
Dude, it's brilliant. It's brilliant not because abantu bazobukela like what comedian go Pascal Sambona.
Yeah.
It's brilliant because I've found a new place for comedy in my life. I don't stress it out anymore.
Yeah.
I don't stress your comedy. I don't stress your comedy and say "Ndingi mali." So what I've done is I've shifted. I'm in a creative space in terms of work. I've got a day job, but it's still in the creative space, right? Which allows me to see ube nento ezongena nge-25 ngiyazi ukuthi yes, I don't need to wait for an invoice or whatever, and then I can treat comedy the way comedy should be treated. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be an artist. Is a privilege. It's arrogant to think that comedy owes you if you're a comedian. To think that music owes you something if you're a musician. No, dude. You are doing something that just about anybody can do. Yes, you do it well. But about to buy a thing is every day. I'm not even the funniest person in my friend group.
Yeah.
I'm funny on stage, but I'm not the funniest person in my friend group. I've got uncles that are funnier than me.
Yeah.
You know? So to do this for money,
Ish.
you know, is a privilege. To get paid at any point. To have 30, 300, 3,000 people sitting, but nothing else matters. They're not on their phones.
Yeah.
Their entire life for that 20 minutes that you're on stage is engulfed by you. That's a privilege.
Yeah,
That's a privilege. People, with people that don't listen to them,
Yo.
bese mina ngimamelo yabantu abayidesi.
And bona labo khona bangamameli but ngimamela le.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is a privilege.
Exactly. So that's the space I'm in right now. Spani will handle my life. Comedy will heal my soul.
Yeah, and I like Lendolo show as because I can tell you it takes away the pressure of your Nilo about the comedy. Because I think maybe sometimes even thinking about if I wanna get paid on this thing, it even puts pressure on the jokes that you make. You wanna second guess yourself.
Yes.
Relaxed, and things like that. So I think really getting a job and treating it as something I see your food on the table every month. I think
Comedy thing I'm a beer, Joe. Comedy thing I'm a beer. Sometimes it's thing up by. That's when I realized I might be a little bit of an alcoholic. When I stopped counting money and I just like calculate, I'm like, so this gig is paying 12 cases. Okay. But it's a really cool space.
They say that it's therapeutic comedy.
Yes.
And you know who said that to me? We were at a gig Val Skolo.
Yes,
Skolo's
Skolo,
gig.
yeah.
And I was with Muzi, Utsiti, Pop Pops, there was Zico, and while we were backstage, busy talking, Paul said, "Hey, bro, I'm happy that Muzi is doing comedy, and he's on stage. He's truly happy that that's happening."
Yes.
And he kind of highlighted that this is their therapy.
Yes.
He said, he therapy. This is something that
Yes.
we love to. If someone goes to a therapist, going onto stage for them is like therapy. They really get off on comedy.
Yes.
Yeah. And what you're saying as sort of reminds me of something I want to ask about. I hear that when you do comedy, you have to have problems. I hear people say that. What does that mean? But you gotta have issues to do comedy. Is that true? And where does that come from?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's a little bit of a misnomer, but it does help. Problems help. Problems help, right? And why I say this is because the comedy, guys, is just context. That's all comedy is. It's context. Because so when into efanayo sonke, or we'll be going through into efanayo to an extent sonke, and then a comedian takes it and unpacks it. But see, the joke is always there. The joke is like a sculpture, right? And the sculpture, there's an artist, the sculptor who said this. The sculpture has always been there. And all that I do as a sculptor is remove the rubble to expose the sculpture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that's the same thing we do with comedy. We're like, so bonita fanayo so okay.
Yeah.
You know, we'll hear the same news story, we'll have the same context. But I know, but it began gaso.
Yeah.
Right? So problems do help because ikuhlanganisa iconnecta nabantu. If I say, man, you know, finances are crazy. The truth is, most people finances are crazy. You know, the government is messing up. Yes, we live under the same government.
Yeah.
Flying is a mess because airports and security. If you have flown, you've had that experience. You understand? But why I say it's not necessarily true is because some of my comedy right now, especially the stuff that I'm going to let go after I do my one-man show, that stuff is actually quite dark, right? It's a lot of suicide stuff, a lot of stuff about depression, drug addiction, and a lot of things that I've been through. But my recent jokes have just been about how nice my life is, right? So I've walked on stage and said, life yami imnandi ngeshangan. Yananzika. And that's just context again, right? And if in that time you happen to be, because life ebbs and flows. You know, we don't enjoy the good while it's there because it's temporary. Survive the bad while it's there because it's also temporary. Everything is temporary, and you just need to just ebb and flow with it. Just flow with it. So if you happen to be in a good space now, man, you know?
Yeah.
So problems do help because a lot more people have a lot more problems than they do have solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And it's nice to connect on that.
I got you. And basho ke namanje bathi comedians, they are the new rappers. I heard someone say that. What does that mean as well?
I take it even further back and say they are the new poets. Right? In the times of kings and queens, the phrase by bizarre poetic license. I almost said justice. Kendrick. Right? Poetic license. So in the times of kings and queens, you couldn't talk badly about royalty. That's your head. They'll literally take your head off.
Yeah.
Right? But the one person who could speak truth to power is the poet. He was allowed to write that piece and say, you know, even in African culture and our kings, same exact thing applied. The poets can say whatever they like, right? And then rappers became that. And I mean, rap is rhythm and poetry. That's where you know? So they became the new voice of the day-to-day man speaking truth to power, right? And to an extent, they still do that, but to an extent, they've also let it go because of playing and the chains and cheeks and whatever, right? So it kind of transferred naturally to comedians because siyazibona izinto and we get the platform, you know, and say, the president is messing up. You know, this person is doing that. That's wrong. That's this, that's that. So yeah.
No. And you get to do that while making people laugh.
And at the same time. At the very same time.
That's what you tell the president, good dude, you can't kill a person over a joke. It was a joke.
It was a joke, yes. Yes. But what makes a joke funny is there's a little truth in
The
there.
truth, yeah.
Yes, some truth.
All right. Now that's interesting. I think let's get to it, to the business of the day. Yabo. As you know, with you, we discuss what's happening currently, the and I want us to discuss Mazwi Kubheka. I don't know if you heard of the guy. It's been all over the place. Undwana apparently is a guy who had his spaza shop and he was kidnapped because he refused to close off the spaza shop when a certain group of nationals, but you must close your shop. And then he refused. They kidnapped him. And then, we all saw the uproar of the Zulu community and political parties and the people of Oslo. They came together to actually put pressure on those people to bring him back. And now it so happened that Vele, he's back. And as it is currently, because we're shooting on Sunday, I think he's still in hospital, getting hospital treatment because he wasn't okay. Apparently, it didn't look okay. He did look like Vele, he was kidnapped and things like that because he's been missing for like a month already. I don't know if you saw that story, your thoughts and things of that.
Yeah, that's a brain job, eh? It's a double-edged sword and it's very difficult, right? And maybe I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and if your show gets cancelled because of me, it is what it is. You called me, niggas. Right? For a very, very long time, I have felt as though foreign nationals are so good at this job. Just leave it alone. Go do something else. Go do something else. Go do because here's my experience in life when it comes to ispaza. Ispaza mzoya consciously to ispaza someone who is owned by a South African, right? And I don't know when we got so entitled, even to our customers. Wafi ispaza someone who is South Africa, ututhenga isinkwa ekuseni, and you have 100 rand. They'll be like, oh, I don't know change. And they'll make it your problem. Right? I've done my part. I've earned my money and I have come to you with it to purchase your goods that I need. How is it still my problem that you don't have change?
Yeah.
Whereas Somalians, Indians, Pakistanis, all of them, first of all, they've got change. They've got the product that you need. Doesn't matter what the product that you need. These guys, lakheli ilo brown, lakheli spikiri, lakheli iron, lakheli ngubo. Hey, they got it. They got it. I've got it.
Yeah.
Whereas you go to his part of South Africa, it's a basic human need.
Can I chip into that?
Yeah.
I like how I observe it, again, in the context that you are saying, Tuti, they have everything.
Yeah.
But apparently, from what I've heard, is that these guys are basically a wholesaler.
Yes.
That take stuff from the wholesaler and then buys faga espaza shop, like sort of like your little distribution shops nyana. So that's why they would have all of those things. Or if where taller, and where else with us as South Africans, if I may put it like that, we have to go through a wholesaler like macro any and you know uthi thina ngendlela esithenga ngayo it's that same thing uthi mangiyothenga isitoko ngithenga nge1 yabona it's not a thing ukuthi manje masiyothenga isitoko include include Stig, and then we can buy a whole stock yabona in a way ukuthi the stock that we are all buying comes at a discounted amount, which whereby we accommodate everything that we need from our shops. So they are taking that power with manje ama shop aranje, and there's one wholesaler econ that's distributing for all of them. So it makes them with manje yonke into ehlale ikhona e shop. Where else for me na there isn't a lot of spaza shops. Also, magayovuli spaza shops la. Spaza shop. I have to do everything alone. There isn't anyone who's helping me. There isn't any government funding. There isn't any discount. Yabona. And of which whereby also contributes to the fact ukuthi mawufika esitoro somuntu owangapha eMzansi, prices are slightly yabona because ama-margin wakhona compared to their yabona and awafani.
Yes.
Yabona, you can buy maybe ushukela at these foreign national shops mhlawumbe nge-20 rand yabona, and then you go to shop ka soap and then get the same thing for like 24 rand. So people will always gravitate to something cheaper because of, you know, a pricing yakhona ayifani. And what I've noticed also is nabo bayasabotage because you find the shop kazini naye is shop ka soap naye yabona is doing relatively well, and our brothers and sisters from South Africa are refusing to yabona to let me go. We're gonna support this guy no matter what. He's South African. But then what they do on their end is bavele bayehle summer price even more.
Yeah.
But okay, I hear you, and you make a very valid point, Abo. But my head jumps to Guti. Then why should they worry? Then, because from what you are saying, I don't think they should be worried because it seems like they have this market and all that, Abo.
Yeah, I know.
And now, why would they go as far as kidnapping a person
Now
and
we've
go
got
as
a
far as
problem.
bayaguya with guns and things like that, which I think is what people have a problem with. Ukuthi
there's a
since
problem,
it's
yeah.
his country,
Yeah.
he's from here.
Yeah.
If he wishes to do that, let's say
Yeah.
he does open a spaza shop and then there is prices that are through the roof, maybe, but he chooses to do that. But why shouldn't he? Because of people who are not from here. It's like they're
Yeah.
coming here and then they're saying, you can't do this. Yeah, man.
It's
Now it's a
monopoly.
problem. Not you see now for the first time ever. I mean, ask me any time in the past 15 years, right? I have stood firmly behind whoever does the job and does it well and does it intelligently, right? If siyakwazi ukuhlanganisa Jiggy, was a soap, was a Stig, let's get some buying power, some bulk buying power in order to be able to make things cheaper for other people and price other people out. That's business,
Yeah.
right? So I've always been a little bit behind them. Now I've got a problem. Now I've got the problem. When you turn your thing into a monopoly, as you said, and a mafia now, right? And now we've got suddenly a spaza shop mafia now.
Yeah.
That I have a problem with, right? And another thing that I've always had a problem with is that imali abayenza is not necessarily spent here. So they are literally taking our money, exporting it, you know, to their people. Hey, and send money home. Nothing wrong, right? But feed back into the economy that you are taking from, right? So now that we've got this mafia energy, now that can't fly. That can't fly.
Yeah.
We'll see. So Mazwi,
Mazwi.
Mazwi needs that right, and that is his right.
Yeah.
If I'm at home and I'm building a business, who are you? Fight me in the streets, my boy.
And it's sad that this spaza shop industry by colonizing.
Yeah.
However, they make it seem like it's something that just they made it better because of those problems with the akina change.
Yeah.
Yabona.
Ayiko.
Yeah,
No.
ayikho yabona. Now you have to go to a spa or to find it. But with us, I lose the point. Angazi ngenzani.
If you lose your point, both come man.
No, maybe ngizocamba mang. But I had a really good thought going on. I'm doing that thing again. Just lost it. Anyway, let's
I'm just
carry
glad
on.
Hobie is back.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's alive. That's
Yeah.
great. He's gonna need therapy. He's gonna need a lot.
I was traumatized.
Hey, dude.
Yeah,
Having your
As-
freedom
as-
taken from you is wild.
Hey, this guy, a whole month. I can imagine Uti Bebamienzani, this guy, because now you keep a person against their own will for like a whole month. Like, what are you doing to this person? Are you even feeding this person?
Dude, and you
Like,
don't even
what
have to do
happens?
anything to me. You don't have to do anything to me.
Yeah.
Right? That in and of itself, to take my freedom, to put me in a place that I
Yeah.
don't want to be, to take me away from my family, my friends, my livelihood, my employment, my routines, and just say, "Mangangithatha mina ungifake ekamereni somewhere for a month," that's gonna rock me. Before we even get to beatings,
Pun intended or no pun intended.
no pun intended. Like, that is trauma in and of itself.
Yeah.
Not to be able, umuntu unama routine wakhe, whether they are conscious or unconscious. Kuthi mina ngiwumuntu ovuka ngo-7 for an example. Mangivuka ngiyahamba ngiyothenga amagwinya.
Yeah.
Then I have a cigarette. Then I do this. Then I do this. I've got my life, my world. For you to simply take that away from me for 30 days is terrible. Before we even get to beatings, because we can't say until we find out, right? But in and of itself,
That's terrible,
right? Say, for example, you need to get up for whatever reason, and me just sitting you back down like this. That is an offense on my humanity. I've got freedom.
Yeah.
If I want to get up, let me get up.
Somebody
Simple
can
as
just
that.
take it away. And
That's horrible.
And then, what's your thoughts then on how, like, our fellow South Africans treated the situation? Because I've heard people talk shit about however they took the situation with maybe taking to the streets, closing off the shops, and things of that nature. So, what do you think about that? Uti, was it a good thing that they did, or maybe could there have been a better way of doing things? And yeah,
I think sorry to I think there was a good response to something ekanje. Because this is not an isolated incident. It's not the first one, certainly in Foslo.
yeah,
I think the ones that we know of, it's 3 so far. In a space of like a year. That was a perfect response. Uti, the community as a Foslo isugume. I don't know much about closing my shops or whatnot. That I think, yeah, it's a bit on its own kind of harsh, because there are some people who are. I think the only problem that we have and we've always had is if these people are undocumented and bayenza lento leyo mafia, lento leyo ukuthi manje now you can't open this shop because of
yeah.
But the response for me now, it was fine. It's not something that I can say no, they reacted badly or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about a false law alone. I'm not gonna talk about other incidences like what happened in Joburg, what happened in Yabon. Because niggas were getting slapped stupid in Jozi.
Stratine, yeah.
So that's something different like, yeah. And you were saying?
No, I just want, because we're recording this on a Sunday and obviously it's ongoing news, I just wanted to give some context. So there's breaking news here. It says the Premier Lusufi confirmed that some South Africans and foreigners are involved in the Mazwi kidnapping. He also mentions that Mazwi was kidnapped when heading to the bank and they took his devices. Mazwi knows his kidnapper's name and has given them to the police. Further, this matter involves some hijacked building syndicates.
Damn.
You see, it's what I was about to say. Yes, so I'm not a fan of throwing the baby with the bathwater. I'm not a fan of throwing babies generally, whether it's the bathwater or what, right? But it's the baby with the bathwater for me, right? Let's take a step back and look at Somalians, look at Pakistanis, look at Indian people who come in, right? Guys, it's not easy to get to South Africa.
It's not easy to get here.
It's not easy to get here, right? Indians and Pakistanis get on boats, my boy. This is not first class planes to just come. It's vibes, right? People die on the way here, so that speaks to how difficult the situation is back home, right? Now let's put that aside. Everything is systematic. It's systematic, and it all trickles down, right? The fact that there are undocumented people running business, then becoming a mafia in our country means sinenkinga ne-home affairs. Sinenkinga nama-border. Sinenkinga. Bribery is part of our DNA.
I was saying, culture, it's part of our
It's
culture.
culture, dude. Dude,
True.
I'm turning 35 years old, right? I got my driving license last year. I've been driving since the age of 15. Right? Mina license yami umandela. Umandela license yami. I put a 50. This was my technique. I put a 50 where it can easily be seen by the Metro Police officer. But if they're serious about this, I've got 2 clipper stashed in the door.
Just in case.
Just in case these guys are serious. But if it really goes down, in my back pocket, I've got a 500.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've never got into the door. I've never one time got into the door.
50.
You understand? So it's systematic. It's a lot of things. Must be a case come Mazwi. And we fail to look at other parts of the picture. You know, it's not even just the bigger picture. It's the details in the picture. And so, like, for example, here there's the big tower here on this portrait, right? I mean, on this picture. But there's something there. There's something happening there. That car's going the wrong direction. Whatever. There are so many little things that lead to the big thing.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Because, Mina, I believe that what they did was great, because now he's found. And I think it played a very huge role in him being found, whatever they did. But I think that their anger or our anger is misdirected, because we shouldn't even be doing this. Like the police were the people who were supposed to be handling the matter.
Part of the picture.
So now, since they're not handling the matter, we find ourselves having to walk around the streets with marches and things like that, doing the job that the police is supposed to be doing. So what we should be mad at are the police. Maybe we should be pushing them, or maybe pushing the government to do the right thing, to do what's right by us. Because I feel like South Africans feel like they are cornered and they don't have any support. Because even if something happens and you tell a person to go to the police, it's like they think twice, they think 3 times to go to the police.
Because it's useless.
Yeah, you see, they say the police are useless and things like that. So now,
unless I mean, personally, all of a sudden the niggas get useful. They niggas get good at their job all of a sudden. So for the pop me now, Captain Zebedia.
Bahlale basho kanjalo ukuthi uzowabona masewafuna wena amaphoyisa
useless.
But it's so sad, because let's say right now sifonela amaphoyisa, we're reporting an active crime scene right now, and I'm talking about something we can even experiment on. They will say awuna maven or amaphoyisa azofika. A response from our cops is always like 2 hours later, 3 hours later. Or what are they waiting for? The whole like police station, like next.
So here's a fun thought, right? Here's a fun thought. They say all invention is necessity is the mother of all invention, right? I believe very strongly, and this is sad, I've completely given up on not just our government, all governance, right?
in the world,
right? So my thinking is, and all business is a matter of finding a gap in the market, right? So for an example, if I the fact of the matter is, even if they take fingerprints, those things are not going anywhere. We've got, I think, one, if not two, I think it's one forensics lab in the country.
The backlog apparently.
It's insane.
It's insane. Yeah.
It's insane. And if there's 3,000 murders that still need to be processed in terms of a fingerprint, your PlayStation 5, dude, it's gone. It's gone, right? I am no longer in a space in my life where I care what the government is doing. I simply do not care. And you can come for me if you want to on this. I don't even vote either. Right? I know it's the right that I was fought for. But dude, I'm choosing between nonsense and garbage. Right? I no longer care. So if you have studied something, if you have knowledge about something, find the gap where the government has failed. Right? There's a place, I think, I'm not going to guess, but there's a police station in the country that has a armed response security. There's private security for a police station. And you know what? You have failed, police, so we will protect you. It's fine. You process the cases. You get them through the system, right? I don't have that power as a private security man. But in order for you not to get shot, I'm gonna make bag. I'm gonna make money, right? So let's find every single gap. Understand your knowledge. Understand your skills. Find the gap where government is failing. Fill that gap. We can no longer rely on these people.
Because in private security, things like about Tata Zonke and Lona, that's what they're doing. They are actually doing police work. You've seen their pages. They are the ones, if a car is hijacked,
and irresponsible is much more quicker than
ambulance. And the people trust more. I've heard
we trust them more.
More than the cops. When something happens, but they don't think of the police, they think of that. So yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I had a situation in my neighborhood not so long ago. But I'm walking around my neighborhood, this Lungwini and all of that, right? Sharp. There's a security company that patrols there, right? They don't just take care of Labantu like that's are paying them. But they stopped. Hey man, where are you off to? What's going on? Where are you off to? What's going on? Right? I initially got annoyed. But then I also realized, okay, you're protecting the neighborhood, right? I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been walking and I walked too far. I live 3 streets down. I don't feel safe. I can't lift. That is proper policing. Policing is not necessarily about ushaya and arresting people necessarily, right? It's about making sure that people are good.
Yeah.
Right?
And we are safe.
And they were checking from a suspicious point of view. It's late at night, you're walking, what's going on with you? Oh, cool, you live in the neighborhood. You need a ride.
Yeah.
You need a ride. You know?
That's and amaphoyisa wakudala biwanjalo. Nama stop and search mfethu bekuyinto yabona. They look at you and you look kind of suspicious. Sometimes you don't even have to look suspicious. They just stop you and back search. And Tina Skulele Soweto, you know, I grew up in Orlando. Various cases Soweto, Orlando, Pinville, Proteas Lane and whatnot. We knew Uti, if I had a bag of weed and the cops show up,
drop it.
Once by stop, I either need to have dropped the weed before or mele ngibe mabafika ngislice live. Yeah. And it's the stamina some versus them.
Hey, they would
never catch us. We are young.
You have to shoot me. I'm off.
Yeah. But I say Kolentole, which also contributes towards the picture that those small details when I used to live in Orlando, when foreign nationals used to yabona basaqala bangena in the country. Those people used to get arrested estradini isibhekile sihleli kanje sidlala ibhola siyambona upatrawn nangu uyadlula lana, and then the next thing kufika iveni yamaphoyisa yambamba, hey iphi passport wena, mina miyazi jail straight.
Mara,
Sombona
do you think
probably after a couple of months upatraw wakhona.
And sorry, Jiggy, and please, I'll let you ask that question, right? The rot is deep. The rot is deep, right? Here's how deep it is. I was told this is a short story I was told by a friend / acquaintance, right? Umchita is excited to become a police officer.
Yeah.
Really believes in police work, right? Wants to be a good cop, right? Starting early days of his career. By the way, this is one of the most corrupt cops we have in the country right now. Right? And here's how it happens. At the stop and search, pull a car over, suspicious, for whatever reason, they pull the car over, Nigerian national, right? At the Sechimoto, Vuliput, cocaine, right? Bricks upon bricks, right? This man says to him, brother, I'm not going to do the accent. Brother, my man, listen, I got 10K in here, right? Like in money, right? I can give you the 10K. You close the boot. We forget about this whole situation. You've got a wife and kids. Go do something nice. Here's 10 block. This man said, nah. Right? And the Nigerian man broke it down for him in the saddest way. I say, here's the thing. I'm offering you 10K. And that's only because you are the lowest on this ladder. The truth is, when I get to the police station, I'm going to offer your captain 15. Let's say he doesn't take it. Let's say he's a specialist you are. He doesn't take it, fine. Then I will get to court. I will pay the prosecutor 25. Let's say by some miracle, they don't take it. I will then pay the judge 50. Point is, I've got more than 100 to blow right now. So it's either you're going to get your bag or somebody along their way is going to get their bag.
Damn.
But somebody's going to get paid. And I will be in the street tomorrow. He says 2 days later, he's on the street doing his normal rounds. And this man in his BMW drives past, winks at him. Because he actually did arrest him on that day. So the sad part is, I'm an underpaid sergeant. And I see the situation because the rot is so deep, so high, so low, so far, so wide.
Wow.
What do you do?
Ish, bro. It sounds very hopeless. Ngoba nakhona, I'm also thinking that when these people, maybe let's say these organizations, they try and do that policing work that they're supposed to do, it's the police and the government and the system that tries to stop them and sabotage them and things like that. And maybe even lock up the leaders of those organizations.
Learn the rules, right?
Ish.
Learn the rules so you can know where they bend and know where they break. Learn the formula. Learn what's right. Learn what I can do. And walk on the edge of what is allowed, right? But now, the idea is to have ideals, right? Believe in something. Believe in something so much that you are willing to put your own time, your own efforts, your own energy into it, right? If you feel with you, Abantwana, for an example, are all on drugs. You know, it's just drugs are rife now, right? Dude, you've got a skill and you've got some time, right? For example, Mina, I love basketball. I lived in the inner city for a couple of years. And all I did, it wasn't even like a good Samaritan thing. I just love basketball so much that I wanted that skill to be passed on to some kids. So I had a little team of kids. We didn't even have a league. We weren't even playing against anybody. I was just teaching them the game. right? But that meant 14 kids between the ages of 10 and 16 had a place to go every day after school. And then I started, doing little things like, okay, cool, guys. At the end of the week, can I see your homework? Can I see your marks and whatever, right? And this is how you remain a part of my team. And that's just an ideal. It's just an ideal, right? I love basketball. I understand the skills, right? And I just want to pass that on. At the same time, I do want these kids to do their homework. Am I a hero? Not by any stretch of the imagination. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Tata onago wena ubona ukuthi ungapesha kuphi. Like in school, if they were making noise as a class and we found ourselves going shh, 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 that is the most noise we can make. But if ngiyathula mina samseluf, who's thulele jiki? Thule now, so qhubeke kanjalo. The class is silent.
Yeah.
We can't look to the next person and say, "Hi, teacher, you were late, so we are blaming you for our noise." No. Thato nago uyenze okubonayo ngago.
Good now, what you're saying is dope, no? But I'm thinking of a solution. I think it's needed on a systematic level, bro.
Sure.
At a top level. As the example you're making, maybe about the kids making noise. Imagine if the system says, Uguti, you have to sit next to your friend, like a classine. So now, kuzoba nzima for Uguti, those kids, for them to keep quiet, batul, and things like that. Because the person next to you is your friend.
Yeah.
Maybe a system could say, we'll split you, umuntu uzohlala in one desk, and then elinye desk ngara elinye, yabo. So with the system, at least it's making the environment so that izokhona for that quietness ukuthi be khona.
Yeah.
So even now, maybe let's say if there's like 20 people, maybe like you, maybe let's say some of them they're doing basketball, they're teaching the kids, they're doing right by the kids, and then abanye bayenza right by the kids and all labo. But I feel like the system in itself will work against that effort, yabo. And I feel ukuthi all the people could just do what they did kule viki leli, but direct it to the system, to the government, so that they do the right thing. Because sadly, we're gonna see the situation again. It's sad to say, but it's not the end of it, yabo. So now what are we gonna do? Are we always gonna like be in crowds, go fight there, and then the next week we go fight there, and the next week we go fight there? I don't think that's sustainable, other than just going to the system and fighting the system to do the right thing, to do right by us.
I'm gonna apologize, gents. I'm gonna apologize, and I hope that we have an editor on this podcast. We can stitch things together, but my bladder's about to burst.
Okay, no, we used to it in this show. Don't worry, it's a tradition. We will show there of people.
Some music. Do toilet time.
Going out. Yeah.
At least I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Who does it all the time.
So some before this cuts and manch.
149.
49.
All right. So should we
I'll continue you on the way now.
I don't know.
Let's continue.
Yeah, continue.
Come back.
I couldn't talk.
Kulungshaya livati nje.
So tell me, ne? Uzwakala ngimgayi ngapha. Do you still wanna in fact I know what do you still want to? This situation Robert Mugabe's son. I don't know how you see it, dog. I know you're feeling Chup and his friend. Because can you imagine Uti? We do crime together. In that case, they pew-pewed an employee that was working at that residence, and then after that, both him and his friend or whatever it may be, but clearly the acquaintance got arrested. After being arrested, situation ebuhlungu is one is left to go free.
Oh, and the other one, Uloni.
Yeah, one. Like I find that to be ebuhlungu writing slave. Maybe I don't wanna look at the whole situation. I wanna go to what actually happened and what evidence led to the choice being made. But
Yeah.
we are C2 and we are doing a crime. And then when we are home because my parents are grand because that's almost like a parallel
Mugabe's
situation to what happened to Chup and his friend Utemba.
His friend was a jail, man.
His friend, I'm not sure if he's in jail, but he remained in jail longer than what Chup had.
Oh, so you saying there's a parallel because Chup upumekala.
And untanga from the story was the one that was accused eventually with manje ngathi uyenze flop even more. Now the reason why I'm putting a parallel to this whole story is because it's. By the way, do they reveal who shot the employee?
This is Ballarmine and Tobias. Ballarmine
Mugabe
and Tobias.
Yeah, and Tobias.
I love those names.
Is it names? Is it revealed who shot? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
You see, here's the problem. At the schooling system, né? Jail is not for criminals, guys. Jail is not for criminals. Across the world, jail is not for criminals.
That's a very scary thing to say.
Jail is for poor people. That's the way. No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's the way it's set up. You don't go to jail because you did a crime. Well, you can go to jail because you can go to jail. You don't stay in jail because you did a crime. You stay in jail because you're poor. And that's
a very
really
scary
sad
thing to say,
Yeah.
Stig. That's a very scary thing to say.
Is there a rich person on Mazwi?
Yeah.
Just to dispute what he's saying, who stayed in prison?
Shit, man. That'll fuck
for-
up my mind right
Rich people don't do time, dude. Rich people don't do time from the legal to the illegal side of things, right? The fact of the matter is, if I've got 10 million in my bank account, right, and I've got a lawyer that charges 100K an hour, there's a reason that lawyer charges 100K an hour. They can find the loops and the gaps. They are so good at getting bad people off that they're fine with their soul.
With what you're saying, I'm thinking of the whole Julius Malema situation. Have you ever seen such a thing? You are guilty, but
you can appeal same time.
Same time.
and you're not even gonna go inside
you know.
and things like that.
It's got money, dude.
And maybe till now we are not there.
Poverty has been criminalized.
Wanja, what's
The
that?
real crime is poverty.
That's
But
Stig,
some
stop
people
saying that.
some people are more equal than
That's
others.
true, right?
rough,
No,
dude.
sorry to distract. Because now, what he's saying, obviously, as equalize for figure corner life in, we are certainly not poor, but we are far from being that rich.
Yeah.
So meaning Guti should for some reason, maybe let's say I don't commit a vicious crime or a terrible crime. Let's say maybe Nyapuma like striking Chaisa Inja, Gamakhelwane, and Inja's got medical aid and and then they find me guilty for that. That means that because maybe Makelwani baby Makelwani has, kitching and can get a good lawyer and a lawyer azoipatala that 100,000 because I don't have the same privilege EMI wise. That means that I'm going to jail.
That's
Because
you.
the
Going under the jail.
I'm going to jail.
They're throwing you under the jail, throwing away the key.
Umgabe they said akapatale
Ballarmine.
600,000.
600K, bro.
Then the other guy and I'm sure ngaphakathi, maybe he doesn't have the 600K.
600K.
Akananyungu. So he has to
Akazindo,
go.
Joe.
And the manje bamdeportile, meaning if they do deport him, uthi abuyele ngara. It's this case might drag like boma 10, 15 years up until someone just forgets about it and they're like, it's fine.
Isn't it the final verdict? Uti, it's done now. 600K, Wambile, you're no longer South African.
It's raps, dude.
The victim.
It's raps.
It's raps. He pays us 600K scot free.
And
The victim.
yabona ke ukuthi parallel version yami ukuthi ibuyaphi ukuthi uJub naye and his friend were in a similar situation, but they had more murders. He did less time than his her friend, and dog, this is so sad.
Poverty
You can't never do
is-
crime with your friends, Mus.
Ngoba belwazi ukuthi ebanganyini bami am I the broke nigga?
Hey,
If I'm the broke nigga, I'm doing all the time.
Hey, you need to do crime with someone who is broke as you then. Because if mhlambe let's say hey, awuzophuma umtshita usala usetshele 15 years later uyaphuma seninebeef sofuna ucisha untanga ude wena.
Poverty has been criminalized. Poverty has been
Ashra.
criminalized. I mean, I see it in a case, man. I'm not even going to tell you whether or not I'm guilty. Nesak. Period. Right? Sak liyavela bathi bail 50 block. Right? We live in a country where a case can drag for 2 years. Before nje, guilty or not guilty, you are benekant for 2 years. But 50K, it's either in a 50K, Zwakaya, and because I have not been proven guilty or innocent, I can go back to work. I can continue living my life if I have that 50K.
It means.
If I don't have that 50K, however, I'm going inside. What's happening inside is that on the outside, I've lost my job. Because what is this employer that's waiting for you for 2 years to be found innocent? Right? So even if in Puma in 6 months, I'm coming out to a much worse situation. Right? Ngene jail. Ngiyangena lapha yana abunongoloza I don't know jail stuff. Right? And they say, hey man, hey you with your dreadlocks and your English accent, you look cute. You look cute. You wanna be
It's
my
either
wife?
we gonna do this the easy way or the hard way.
Now I gotta kill a man. Now I gotta kill a man. One, to protect myself, and two to let them know that I'm not that guy. So my trial time means that I'm already guilty of murder inside. So even if they find me innocent here, I'm doing 5 to 20 for protecting myself on the inside. You understand? 50K is what it took. I almost said it's all it took, but that will minimize what 50K is. 50K is a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money. And the difference between you going Sun City and you going to Sun City is 50K.
Yes.
Poverty is criminalized, and it's not just here, all across the world. People who sit in jail are people who could not pay that same system to treat them fairly.
Shit, man, that's deep and honestly very sad.
Yeah, and I think sizoyivala kanjalo ngoba
Yeah.
On a sad note.
Yeah, no.
If you pull, you go to jail.
we got a lot to think about nje manje.
Yeah, I feel like nami Stig ungifake kwenye ingqondo ukuthi if for some reason my life turns upside down and I think of being a criminal, I should look at the partner lo enginaye engizoba in partner in crime yami.
Let's be in the same tax
dude,
bracket.
are we good or in or cause I'm gonna be in jail alone and
Yeah, 50K.
yo, yeah, you just made me think of something that I had never thought about ever.
Any last
Well.
thoughts? Soap.
Hey man, Yeah, you gotta have friends that are in your same bracket.
Same tax bracket.
Yeah,
Same
on
tax
a same
bracket.
tax bracket. Otherwise,
Don't be the ice boy of crime.
you gonna come in one day and some nigga's going to say, I likes you and
I
I want
want
you. We can have this the easy way or the hard way. And
Yeah.
you choose the hard way.
Papa wag for you.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just what I have to say now. And yeah.
My boy Stig. Any
Gentlemen.
last thoughts? Yeah.
I mean, systems are built to support the system itself. They don't care about you. They don't care about you at work. The company that you work for doesn't care about you. Your government doesn't care about you. No one cares about you. All it takes, though, is caring for oneself and caring for your next brother. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot, guys. You can't save the guy at Petersburg from his situation. But if mina ngine hustle, ngine spirit se hustle, mina samseluf. Bese ngithi jiki, khona la ngene khona ntwana zwakala. Ngithi Zane, khona la ngene khona zwakala. Sesi 3. It works almost like a pyramid scheme. Bese jiki, you get into that situation, you help yourself. You help yourself. Bese udonsa uspaff. Uspaff adonsa ubani. Kancane kancane. All I have to do is take care of me, 1 or 2 others who I can help, by the way. If I'll just drop some. Help those you can help. Just speak your friend's name in a room full of opportunities.
Yeah.
And let them do the same.
Yeah.
The system sizoyibona ngisho ukuthi ayilungiseki sizoyibona okwamanje yosibulala.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all I'd like to say, bro, Guti, I'm actually glad, yabo, of what happened. Because I heard people always say, Guti, black people can't come together and things of that sort. But I saw this week, Guti, black people are capable of coming together for a common cause, yabo. And I hope, Guti, going forward, sizobambisana nje kanje, izinto zibekran. So, yeah.
That's all.
That is it.
Stig, any mentions of your shows? What are you doing?
Yeah, I've earned this part. Let me talk to the people. Guys, I've got a one-man show in England on the socials, comedy_Stig. I've got a one-man show that's coming on the 4th and 5th of September. It's called Killing Not to Die. Killing Not to Die.
Oh, okay.
So the show is based on my journey through drug addiction, rehabilitation, suicidal thoughts, half-baked suicidal attempts. It's a pretty dark show, but it's funny as hell. And I think that is the power of art, not just comedy, of art. The show comes from a very dark place, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So, so you can get your tickets on time and come see something amazing.
Yeah.
I promise you. I'm working on making it amazing. I promise you.
All right.
I mean, I am Tem because I've been to most of his shows.
Yeah.
I know.
MLSC and
Yeah. We should actually have one of your.
Yeah, just hold a clip afterwards. I'll provide something. Don't worry.
all right.
Yeah, but I think that's it for us.
Yeah, konje bathini baba wakhe.
Oh yeah, I found what the quote says. Last time being quote shit. It says that. No, wait, don't look at me.
I'm excited.
That's not a look of excitement. That's a look of, hey, what is he about to say? Yeah, it says that the headlines are messy, the truth is simple, it is what it is.
The headlines are messy, the truth is simple, it is what it is.